We're talking Auburn sports. Once again, it's Case to the GOAT for Vernon Speaks Sports. Mostly talking about Auburn football and the rest of the SEC. Want to give a shout out to my fearless and true gang, War Eagle. Now, it's no secret that Auburn has had some challenges on the recruiting trail, especially when you look at guys like Demoy Kennedy, who recently decommitted from Auburn. Demoy Kennedy was a linebacker, four-star linebacker out of Theodore High School in Alabama. I think Auburn needs to continue his recruitment. And the good news about his decommitment is that he didn't hard commit to anyone else. But most recently, Trey Zimmerman, an offensive lineman out of Roswell, Georgia, 6'6", 294 pounds, on a recent visit to North Carolina, decides to, give North Carolina that hard commit going into the spring and the summer. He's going to be part of the 2020 class no matter where he signs. Now, this has been kind of a recent trend for the Auburn Tigers, especially having had George Pickens, who was arguably one of the best wide receivers in the 2019 class, on signing day actually flipping to the University of Georgia. And it raises a lot of concerns about the recruitment of these players and why players are decommitting or, not signing with Auburn. Auburn has a huge game against Oregon in the Advocare Classic coming August the 31st, 2019. Now, what that game will give Auburn is the opportunity to kind of, boost its national perception from a recruiting standpoint. That game is going to take place, obviously, in Arlington, Texas. And Texas has become somewhat of a hotbed, if you will, for recruiting in the Southeastern Conference. As a matter of fact, LSU has several players from Texas. Auburn was able to get Jarrett Stidham, Texas product as well. So this is going to be a good opportunity perception-wise for the Auburn Tigers. The bottom line is Auburn is just going to have to start winning. The 8-5 seasons, the missed opportunities are really costing Auburn in the recruiting trail, because these kids want to win. These kids want to put themselves in excellent opportunities to take their game to the next level. Let's just say in Trey Zimmerman's case, maybe North Carolina, assuming he's going to take school seriously, maybe North Carolina offered a degree program that Auburn doesn't offer. Or maybe, he wanted to get kind of sort of a little bit further away from home, as North Carolina is not too far from Roswell, Georgia. But, it's still a place where his family can come and see his ball games. I mean, from a football standpoint, we would like to think that Auburn is in, kind of a better program perception-wise when you look at national championship opportunities, SEC championship opportunities. That's where Auburn really wants to head, having the opportunity to win the SEC West every year, a possibility of going to the SEC championship, and subsequently, for the first time, having the opportunity to go to the college football playoffs since the college football playoffs inception. Ironically, Auburn had the opportunity to participate in the last BCS national championship when they faced Florida State, losing that game 34-31. And I reflect on that game because that would have been a huge ball game for Auburn from a perception standpoint, because you would have been talking about 2 national championships in a 3-year span. And that's a really, really good sell when you're on the recruiting trail and you show that, that tradition of winning, and being in those games and winning those games are huge moving forward. Now, I don't think Auburn is not totally lost in this situation. Auburn does have the opportunity to continue to recruit this young man as well as others. I really think Auburn needs to get really aggressive with Demoy Kennedy, because he could definitely supplement linebacker-wise for the Auburn Tigers moving forward, as Auburn tries to attempt to add a little bit more athleticism in their linebacker core. But moving on to the other side of the offensive line, there's no secret that Auburn struggled at times on the offensive line. And that's going to be a position that Auburn's going to have to be really, really aggressive and really, really attentive to going into this 2020 class, because you didn't quite get the recruits out of the 2019 class that you will need to be productive, say, in 2020 and 2021. So we'll look at this thing closely. Trey Zimmerman, obviously, 87% guy, average guy. Given a great senior year at Roswell, he probably could move up even to the 4-star rating, depending on how he progresses, during workouts over the spring and what his production is on the football field this fall. So we'll look to see if his value even goes up as, signing day approaches next February. Once again, it's K-Stu the GOAT. For Vernon Speak Sports, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, Vernon Speak Sports TV. You all have a good day, and War Eagle.